Exactly. Let's take a live look now at some cities seeing the brunt of Winter Storm Bellamy today. So yeah, lots of these cities we could be seeing
that we're going to have with the travel, with the roadways, with the airways, all of that. It's going to be an issue when you're talking about reduced visibility, snow piling up. We've got winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in place from the plains through the Midwest, Great Lakes region included in this. For a lot of us, this is through tomorrow as we'll watch that snow filling in eastward overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. It's going to continue to add up. Now, this is the snow still to come. We've already gotten a lot of snow across portions of Iowa, Missouri, southern Minnesota, but the snow still to come is going to add up in a big way here around Lake Michigan, places like Chicago, Milwaukee getting in on several more inches. And when you see this dark purple, that's 8 to 12 inches possible there for northern Indiana, southern Michigan. So we are far from done with the potential for double-digit snowfall. In terms of your travel forecast for today, the snow keeps on coming. Got a bit of wintry mix that's going to be possible as well. And then if you're not getting that, you're getting the rain, which in itself, of course, can cause issues, right? So moderate to heavy accumulation is going to cause problems. Driving, we've already seen some of the road conditions. We've seen issues on many of the roads across this region, and it's just going to keep going. We're very far from done with this system. Water vapor in the mid-levels showing you that we've got plenty of moisture to work with, and that disturbance is kicking. We've got heavy snow coming down across portions of this region, light snow in other places. Regardless, it's slick roads, it's reduction in visibility, it's trouble with flights, right, all across this region, especially at some of the larger hubs like Chicago. Peoria getting heavy snow right now, sitting at 28 degrees. But look at the difference here. Kansas City at 39, Salina reporting snow. You guys have kind of been on the cusp of that heavy rain or snow. There's probably some flakes flying there in Salina at this point. Some of the snowfall totals that we've seen, Fort Dodge reporting 8 inches, and that's not even the highest totals that we're getting here in Iowa. Where you see this dark purple, that's 12 to 18 inches. That pink is a radar estimated 18 to 24 inches. That's a whole lot of snow with more snow still coming. Of course, that is causing treacherous travel troubles. Say that 5 times fast. You can see it here. We've got pink where the roads are covered, purple where the roads are dangerous. Really looking still pretty okay here across a good chunk of Wisconsin, northern Minnesota. But where we've had that heavier snow, man, it's a mess. The roads here across Illinois are a mess right now. Places like Chicago not only dealing with that snow, but that wind. And last year, Chicago saw 17 inches of snow all year. This weekend alone, they could see more than 8 inches as the powder piles up. Meteorologist Molly McCullum is live in the Windy City. Molly, I've been watching you. I've been just wondering how someone looks so happy when the feels like temperature is in the teens, but man, you're pulling it off.
You know, all right, Molly, thank you. We'll get back to you a little bit later. Get warm. All right, let's talk about what's going on in terms of the timing of Bellamy, because you might want to know, when is this thing getting out of here? When is this thing going to be the worst? Well, here it is right here. We're seeing it overspread places like Des Moines at this point. Cedar Rapids, you're in on this as well. This is going to be the name of the game as we go through the rest of your today, so to speak. So we can see the heavier, I'd say the color of that teal color, that's some heavier, steadier snow coming in across the area. And this is what we're going to continue to see as we go through the morning hours. Now, look how this continues to move. We see some light blue down off there. But again, Des Moines, you're going to be in the heavier band of snow for a bit before this begins to move out. So as we go early in the morning, tomorrow morning, that's when things will start to dry out for you. With all that said, though, we do have another system that's in the offing. We'll talk about that later. Let's talk about some of those totals that we could see, possibly 3 to 5 inches of some snow coming in. We'll watch this around Waterloo, Fort Dodge. You're going to be in on this as well. And then we see those purples, right? Place like Davenport over towards Fulton. We'll watch that, possibly maybe 5 to 8 inches of some snowfall coming in. As we move our way to a place like Lakeland around Hastings, Minneapolis, yes, you are going to be getting in here. Remember Minneapolis when we were like, oh, you haven't seen your snow. You haven't seen your snow. Well, you got it with Alston. You're getting with Bellamy as well. And once again, you're in that teal coloring. So yes, you're going to start to add up as well. So some good news if you are a lover of the snow. Felicia, bad news if, again, you have to travel in it.
Yeah, a lot of us. The kids going back to school on Monday. Maybe you're headed back to work after some time off around the holiday. It is going to be so cold. I mean, for a lot of us, it's already cold. You can can see that here. The below average temperatures represented by the blue, the purples, and the magentas that you see here. 195 million people today with below average temperatures, 167 million tomorrow, but it intensifies in just how below average we are there across the central U.S. So for today, highs in the 20s in Fargo, 40s in St. Louis, and then as you look farther south, we still have some of that warmth. By tomorrow morning, we're going to have that colder air building in farther southward. Dallas, you're waking up in the lower 30s, and then for tomorrow, here across the plains, we're more than 20 degrees below average. Temperatures highs in the single digits there in Bismarck. It is going to be freezing.
As we go throughout the day, Molly. All right, we're going to get back to you. Thank you for that. Let's talk a little bit more about what's going on with Bellamy.
Yeah, I mean, so you saw that ground delay there that's going on at ORD,
Yes.
5 hours. Is it even a delay if it's 5 hours? Because at that point, I'm like, I'm going home.
Exactly, I'm done with this, right?
We'll look at this tomorrow. Lots of winter alerts up here through tomorrow. So for some of us, today is a big day. For some, it's going to continue into tomorrow.
Exactly. And where you're seeing the winter storm warnings and also those advisories, it just means it's going to be slick out there. And where you're seeing the snow, the warnings, that's where you're going to be watching for the 8 to 12, the 5 to 8. It's going to start to really pile up.
Yeah, so some of us were not even in the thick of it yet,
Yes.
but we've already seen the implications of it, right? We've seen the images of the covered roads, of the flights canceled. Travel is a mess today. The snow's going to keep filling in. And, you know, Lynette, when we talk about dangerous travel, it's one of those things where it's like, if you can just wait it out, that's better than ending up on the side of the road or, you know, waiting for the accident to be
Exactly. And if you do end up on the side of the road, hopefully you'll have that winter kit with you, maybe some extra blankets, because it's going to be quite dangerous out there. For sure.
Yeah. You don't know how long you might be stuck if you do find yourself stuck. We're not only just seeing the snow, Lynette, but we're seeing the winds gusting, which tell me that you're probably getting that snow blowing around sideways and it's reducing visibility.
Exactly. So you have to be careful. Again, if you don't have to be out and about, don't be out and about. We can see these temperatures that are in the 20s. So yes, setting the stage of the air to stay on the colder side as we work our way in through the next system as well. But you mentioned the covered roads, and we can see that exactly where you're seeing those pink colorings. So the Dakotas, we're going to be watching this spread over towards the east as well.
You can see basically the entire state of Iowa is either covered or slick. We're seeing that
Illinois.
across much of Illinois as well. Around Chicago, it's at least slick. But as Molly just mentioned, in Chicago, we're not to the thick of it yet. We're in the light snow. The snow's going to pick up still.
I know. So that, you know, that's kind of disheartening for sure. If, again, you're not a fan of the snow, we can see it coming down as of now. But look down off towards the south here. That's where we're dealing with some warmer temperatures, if you will. We do have the rain. But again, some of this is still going to be switching over to some snow before it's all said and done.
This is going to be continuing with the wind as well. The winds are going to get gustier in Green Bay and Chicago as we head through the afternoon. That is just another level that's going to keep those flights a bit delayed or maybe even canceled.
Exactly. So let's take a quick peek at the scene in Grand Haven with Jordan Steele. So Jordan, how are those roads looking? The last time we checked in with you, they didn't look that bad. I'm out that snow. Winter Storm Bellamy means business, and we are definitely seeing some of those teals, right? So when you look at the teals, that's a heavier band of snow coming in, and we're seeing that around Des Moines right now. We're going to be watching this for Cedar Rapids as we go throughout the day. La Crosse, I'm looking at you as well. And there's the darker teal that we're watching. So as we put this into motion and we go through time, how long will we stay in that, right? The longer that you're in the heavier snow, then of course it's going to continue to pile up for you. So even as we go into about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, we're still going to be watching that. And then finally, as we go through the overnight hours, that's when things start to move on out of here, right? So upwards of maybe about 3 to 5 inches we see in a place like Waterloo, Des Moines. You're going to be in on this action as well. And some of the purples further on off towards the north and the east. Around Fulton, you might be picking up a little bit more snow than that. The purples coming in about 5 to 8 inches of some snowfall. Look what's going on as we head over towards Watertown. We do have some lighter snow falling across the area right now. Milwaukee, you're in on that. But as we continue to go throughout the day, we will again be in some of those teal colorings, so we could pick up more snow before it's all said and done. Watch this around Racine and Milwaukee as well as we go in through your early tomorrow. So I'd say maybe around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, we'll start to get rid of some of that snowfall. If you're going to be headed to church services tomorrow, yeah, you're going to be doing it in the snow, and the snow still to come. Again, we're in the purples here, so maybe about 5 to 8 inches of some snow. Felicia, oh, it's cold.
You're staying in this very active pattern, and changes coming for a lot of us across the South in the form of temperatures. For a place like Dallas today, we're in the upper 60s. We've got a front moving through that's bringing us some active weather, and behind that front, much colder air building in. Our highs on Sunday only in the mid-40s, and then we're back at it on Monday as well. So we'll have afternoon showers, temperatures staying well below average. It is going to feel very winter-like across the south behind this front. For today, you can see where we've got that chance for rain and storms. Of course, rain is not as hard to drive in as our wintry weather, but it still adds an extra element of a little bit of holding on to the, I almost said the windshield, the, what is this thing called? Oh, the steering wheel. The steering wheel a little bit tighter, so you may want to plan around some of that. That chance for severe storms also there today in the highlighted regions, damaging wind gusts, a bit of hail, and an isolated tornado risk can't completely be ruled out. That is going to be for the later evening as those storms intensify. You can see it here. The rain continues across the Mississippi River Valley, and then the storms bubble up for the coastal plain of Texas heading into tonight.